Decided to rewatch my 2022 video, and God did pass me not have any clue what was about to go on. After coming off of my first year as a YouTuber in 2022, 2023 has been a bit of a setback. Not gonna lie, I'm sure we've all seen it. And while there has been many positives, I now have switched over to XLR instead of USB, so you won't hear things like my dog playing with a Dr. Pepper bottle in the background. You won't hear my dog at all. I no longer have a dog. That is how 2023 has been. As some people are well aware, 2023 is not my year at all, whether it be for content or it be for personal reasons. I have been saying personal reasons a lot more recently as to what is going on. And all I have to say is just personal reasons, because there has been a lot going on that I have not been able to talk about because of all the things going on. It's hard. Do you see what I mean? Going over what it said in 2022, that's me. What am I talked about how I had done like 67 or something videos, and looking at this year versus last year. Let's see, starting with the first video of the new year, the Among Us VR. That is 19-ish, well, technically 18 because this is a live stream. 18 whole YouTube videos. That's it. Only 18 from my, 30-something or 50-something last time. Shorts is where it does better. We have 36 shorts, which is not representative of all the shorts that I did on TikTok, of course. However, live streams received a big bump. We went from, what did I say, 4 to 21 just on YouTube during 2023. I also got very enveloped in the Twitch circle. And starting from 0, we now have 111 followers on Twitch as of recording, which is great. There's more stuff, obviously, I can go and do for the Twitch side of things, as well as the TikTok side of things. But you get the idea, is that this year, my focuses were not on YouTube as much, and it was more live stream content. Live stream content is easier than YouTube content, because live stream content, I can do a lot of it on the fly and only have to worry about what's going on in that moment. Whereas YouTube, I have to go through in the end and edit it and everything else. And I have not had that editing time due to this year being just so hectic on me. To start with, as some people may have known, as the close people in my life would have known, I started this year out in a marriage that I was not happy with. It was hard, incredibly hard, and they did not approve of some of the things I did and some of the things I wanted to do, like YouTube and stuff like that. And they were very aggressive, very mean, and I could not handle that anymore. After years of enduring a lot of rough things to talk about, I had to leave and just abandon my whole life. I picked up basically just the clothes on my back and my computer, and I left. That was hard. That was really hard. After that, I didn't have a place to stay. That was my own. I lived at my parents' place for a bit, which is what you guys might have seen some of the earlier live streams of the year. We're at my parents' place, and that was rough in itself too. Trying to pick myself back up and just continue doing the things that I wanted to do, because I wanted to do more of making content and streaming, and I couldn't. And it was funny too, looking over my 22, the first year. There's a segment in there where I talk about the friends that I made that year, and around this time, I started to find out, I'm not gonna say names, obviously, but I started to find out some shit and completely lost trust in some people that have been mentioned in that video, and I've lost contact with others who were just gone. Stopped streaming, stopped everything. I don't know where they went. That's been rough, to say the least. It was a rough year. I had a couple people pass this year who just big influences of mine. The start of the year started with an uncle of mine who is the main reason I got into music and playing guitar, who I absolutely loved and cared about. That one hit a lot. From then I lost a couple of my friends to various different things. And then, of course, as I'm recording this was a week ago, the day before my birthday. My grandmother passed. Adding on to the whole, this year has been a lot on me, on people around me. This year was rough. Anytime I tried to get myself to dive back into the editing bay and go through all the footage that I have, all of the everything, I couldn't. Something else would come up. And I hate that, because I've upgraded my setup quite a bit, obviously, and I've been wanting to produce better videos, better content, and things like that, and I have all the means to do so, but I just lost all the motivation and everything to do it, because everything has just been, shit after shit after shit. Like I said, looking back through, because I decided to watch my last video on last year before getting into this one, there's so much I wanted to do that I have not been able to do, and so much that I could have done that I haven't been able to do. And I see myself like being excited to do it, and I'm still excited to do it, but just haven't. Also, you might notice the glaringly obvious thing in the room, looking from the last video to mine.
Why are you blue?
Yeah, we've gone through another rebrand. Would you look at that? Went from purple to blue in the span of a year. Last year I talked about having 3 different redesigns. Now I have another one, and I have another one on the way. I've got another thing being worked on in the background, which might, by the time this video be released, might be the new standard, or it might be working on it still. For next year. That's a lot of negatives. Let's look at the positives. There's a lot of positives that did come from this year content-wise. Obviously, like I said, we got the Twitch channel up and running, and it was the fastest that any of my friends had gotten to affiliate. Sorry. What that means is I make money off of this. It's not a lot. Don't expect me to quit my job or anything anytime soon, but it's not a lot of money. But it's money, which is nice. And it's motivating to see that and be like, I could be making money on that. And then all I need to do is just hang out and make a fool of myself, which is something I love doing. It's great. You can see we've played a lot of different games and just have a good time. Through live streaming this year, I did meet a lot more people who I do appreciate even more than some of the people I met last year, especially given the circumstances. I have a much better relationship with my friends now that I'm actually playing with them a lot and hanging out with them on stream. You can catch me on their streams, you can catch them on mine. I hang out with them a lot. I did eventually end up getting my own place, which is where I record and do everything now. I'm back in my own space that I can do what I want in. So yeah, in short, 2023, not the greatest year for cast.ironcat. It was rough, but there is more. It's looking up again. It's looking like 2024 could be a lot better for content, both on YouTube, on Twitch, on TikTok, and the sorts. I've gotten a lot better of a setup even from my last setup. And I am only improving on what I can do and just improving every single detail of my content that I can. So I'm not going to make any promises, because last year I said, oh yeah, it's going to get better, and it didn't. So I'm just going to say that what I want is for 2024 to be at least a little bit better. I want more videos than what I came out with this year, because the handful that I did not feel like a lot, especially given that some of them were very short. Not a lot of them were like the pure content, the pure YouTube content that I was doing before. Like the last big video I think that I did, looking back at my channel, was was 9 months ago. Was how the fuck did this become game of the year? The Hitman VR video. Actually, scratch that. I think the one that was my last big video, was 2 months ago, which is still a long time, which was the Bread and Fred video. That was the last video I did a heavy amount of editing on and had a lot of fun with. But even you can just see, like, from a quick glance at my page, there's still videos where I'm purple. Like, I need to fix that. Get back into the blue so that everyone knows and they're not just like, what the fuck is going on with this guy? I have some more videos in the editing section that I'm working on. It might be released before the new year, might be released after, depending on all the things going on. But it is looking up, I hope. I really hope so. I should mention, we have gained over 100 subscribers since that last video, which I was surprised by. And I absolutely love that because I love what I do here on YouTube, and I love seeing more people come in and enjoy the content, seeing them in live streams, seeing them in the comments and stuff. Granted, some of those have been bots trying to email me saying my content is shit, but that's besides the point. Seeing growth even in what felt like a very stagnant point in my life is very, very great to see, and it's very motivating for doing more in the future. Sorry I haven't been as upbeat as like my usual videos are. The YouTuber energy, I'm tired. I have been dealing with a lot this week, and I wanted to make this video and get it out as soon as I can because the year is almost over, and I wanted to do a recap of kind of what was going on. I might still do one on stream, but I wanted to have an actual like solid set video that said this week or this year was rough, but we're working on doing better. And like I teased a little bit ago, there is something else in the works. You're not going to see me like this in this model next year as you have seen me before. You might see it every now and then because I'm still going to need a 3D model for VR chat contents and stuff. But for the 2D fun little live streams and videos that I do that are not in VR, my variety content, there's going to be a new face. It's going to be great. It's like watching Doctor Who. What's his face going to change and do this time? So I hope you guys are excited for that as much as I am. And I hope you're all excited for all the things that are going to be happening next year. And for those who have stuck around since the beginning, I want to thank you so much for that. You know, it's been rough, but all the people that I see and everything that I do has been motivating to at least try to keep moving forward. So thank you for that. And of course, if you're new here and this is your first video and you've stuck around all the way through the ramblings of my life, welcome. I do a lot of weird shit, and I really hope that you appreciate my weird shit because I enjoy making people laugh and doing things like that and moving around. Apparently I've been moving around a lot. So as always, if you like what you saw, consider subscribing, liking, doing all the things to help me improve the SEO that all the people keep emailing me about. I know that's not SEO, I don't care. So yeah, thank you for sticking around, and here's to a better 2024. Adios. Well, usually I say bye-bye.